Reality. Reality Receipts.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley. We are back with our Real Housewives of Potomac recap. And we also have a special little treat. We got the chance to talk to Shep Rose from Southern Charm yesterday. So we are going to put that interview on here. We asked him about his dating life and what he thinks about Austin and Madison's friendship and a couple other fun things. So we aren't recapping Southern Charm. I have watched every season, but we just have so many shows right now, and we already are doing a lot of the Hey You shows, so we didn't want to overwhelm you guys, but we watched this season to prep to talk to Shep, but Ricky hadn't watched any previous seasons, so in case you're in that same boat too, you've never watched Southern Charm, we're just going to give you like a little recap of what's happened in case it's a show you want to dive into. We know this is like a quieter time of year for shows, so if you're looking for something, I've always really enjoyed Southern Charm. What did you think of our chat with Shep?
I thought it went really good. He was really friendly. I obviously don't know the lore of Shep. I don't know if we love him. I don't know if we hate him. I thought he was a nice guy. He seemed really friendly. He was very talkative. I felt like he wanted to keep chatting with us, but unfortunately he had to go. I found him to be nice. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, because I do know the lore. Like, he's never had any major issues. He's just like, I mean, I think he's like 43-ish. I want to say a lot of the guys on these shows are now in like the early 40s, but he's still kind of like a playboy, dating the early 20s and not settling down. He did kind of try, we talked about this in the interview last season. He had like a girlfriend, but that didn't go well. She kind of wasn't that into him, which all the viewers could see, but he couldn't see it. So he did sound in this interview like he's getting to that point in life where he bought a house and he does want to settle down. So maybe we'll see that from him in the future. But yeah, I mean, he's never done anything too crazy. He just that's what the show's about. So that's what we'll talk about with this mini recap, because the premise of Southern Charm is like this good old boys club in the South, and it's all these men who are like Peter Pan syndrome. So I'm sure you kind of got that vibe from the first couple episodes that we watched. But yeah, they don't want to be in relationships. They want to be single forever. And sometimes they do try to get in a relationship and it goes like a disaster. So, before we get into Southern Charm though, there was just one headline that I wanted to tell you about because I just want to get your reaction. So you never watched Summer House, right?
No.
Okay, so the new season's coming out February 3rd. So I think we should cover it just because I think it's going to be very dramatic.
Okay.
There's a couple on it, Kyle and Amanda. He's also 43.
Okay.
Same sort of mindset as the Southern Charm boys, although he's married. So he's married to Amanda. Remember when we were at BravoCon and she was doing the Vaseline shimmery? We won the prize pack. That's Amanda.
Okay.
So the whole premise of their relationship is Amanda is chill, likes to stay home. Kyle likes to party and go out. And they fight about this every summer. They go to a summer house in the Hamptons and they just fight the whole summer. So I think they were getting to a point where they were going to settle down. They were looking at houses. They were going to have a baby. And then he got a job, or he decided to start DJing. So remember we missed his DJ set because we were too tired? Yes. So that's Kyle. So they showed the trailer for Summer House, and at one point Amanda's like, he found a loophole, right? Like, I finally got him out of the bars every night, and now his job, he has to be at the bars every night. And so she says at one point, you slept at a fan's house. You slept over at a fan's house. Yes. And so he released a statement to People magazine yesterday, and the headline is, Kyle Cook clarifies wife Amanda Batula's claim that he slept at fan's apartment. I want to be clear that I did not sleep at a fan's apartment. Then you go to the article and it says, I went to an event that Amanda chose not to attend, which moved to a bar and then to an after party. I don't use anything to keep myself wired, so I fell asleep on their couch until 6 a.m. So he did sleep at their...
Yeah, bitch, you fell asleep. Oh my God, what?
It's the funniest thing I've ever read.
So you did sleep at a fan's house. So you think that because you fell asleep And you left at 6 a.m. as opposed to 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Bitch, you slept at a fan's apartment.
Yeah. And
Divorce! No.
yes, I was gonna say, like, what I can't even imagine. And every summer this happens. He goes to the bars, they fight, and it's like, okay, you're in the Hamptons for the summer. Of course you're gonna go out to the clubs. There's not much else to do out there, I'm assuming. So what would you do if your 43-year-old husband became a DJ? Is that something you could live with? Because
No.
mm-mm.
No, it's no, because it's like, first of all, we heard a little birdie told us he's not a very good DJ, so
Right?
there's that. Like, he's trying, which I get it. I'm all about like people having their dreams and their goals, and I don't know if
Mhm.
this is a lifelong dream of his. I don't know if it's something that he's been trying to accomplish for a long time. If it is, like, good for him, but also like not the best move for your relationship if you guys constantly fight about you going out to clubs and bars, and now it's like
Mhm.
I'm going out to clubs and bars because I'm hosting them or DJing them. It's if you
Crazy.
cared about our marriage and you cared about, our relationship, like she
Mhm.
said, he found a loophole. So
Yeah.
um, you know, no, hell no. Hell no, bitch. I don't give a
No.
fuck. Like hell no, shit. Unless you're bringing home multi-millions of dollars, I don't want to fucking hear no DJ shit. Okay, like just no.
I know. And it's not even necessarily his age. Like I know people keep mentioning his age and doing this. It's more the marriage, right? And you have a partner who it's not like she's like, I'm so down with this and I'm there with you every night. She doesn't like it. And she didn't like you at the bars before you got paid. And now you're getting paid to do it. So and you're not just going to work. You said you went to the bar after, you went to the afters at a random person's house. Like there's always whispers of him cheating. Remember when we went to the traders panel at BravoCon and the host asked Sierra if Kyle had been faithful, and she got really like upset about it, surprisingly. So there is always rumors, but there's never been like a certain person come out and say I had this affair with Kyle. So as far as we know, he's not like doing anything too inappropriate. Like he's not out there hooking up apparently because we haven't had any receipts on that, but going to someone's house and falling asleep till 6. So not even just cheating, like so many bad things could happen. You could get robbed, you could get hurt
It's
in some
just
way. It's just not
not
safe
a good
behavior.
look. Like, what mid-40 woman and man want to deal with that? Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with that. Like, I
No.
don't want my husband falling asleep or going to bars or going to after parties. Like, bitch, learn when to cut the fun off and bring your ass
Mhm.
home. Like, there's a time and a place for everything. It's like, okay, you already are going because you have to work, quote unquote
Yeah.
work. Clubs don't end till 2 a.m. No married man needs to be out unless it's a special occasion, a bachelor party or whatever. No married man needs to be out past 2 a.m. Okay? Bring your ass
No.
home.
Yeah, it's not a good look. So a lot of people are speculating that they're living separately and that we're gonna see their divorce this summer. Other people have said like Amanda will have her Paige moment because Paige was with Craig from Southern Charm and they just broke up last December and now Paige has kind of taken off in her career. So people want to see better for Amanda. And I mean, Kyle is a likable guy. He seems nice, but she's a lot younger than him. I think she's like early 30s. So for her
Mm.
to be wasting her time with this, and she just could be doing a lot
She
more
might
than
as well
dealing
be
with
dating
this.
a 25-year-old.
Exactly. That's the thing, right? She probably married an older guy thinking, but this is the other thing, and it's not Amanda's fault at all, but Kyle has been this way since day one. He's been this way the whole time. He was this way when they got married. It's not like he ever settled down a bit and she got hope. Like he's never changed from being
That's
this
what
guy.
I'll
So
never understand is if like, okay, when you met him and you guys were dating, he was going to bars and he was hanging out and staying out late. Like, what throughout your dating phase made you think that's not how he's gonna be when he's married? Or you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so that changes things a bit because
Hmm.
you can't say you don't like it now when this is who he's always
Hmm.
been.
Yeah, this has been an issue since day one, and I feel like that's why she's lasted this long. She's been trying to, because he is older, right? So I think she's been trying to wait him out. Like, eventually, he's gonna calm down, and I wanna be there for that. I want to be in that stage of life with him, So she keeps waiting him out, but now you got this job within the last year, I think. And so yeah, he's
How long have
43,
they
just
been
became.
married?
I think they got married in 2021, I want to say.
Okay, so
So
not long.
they've been together. They started out like he was on Summer House and she was kind of like a friends with benefit. So like she would come around a bit and she's been on the show the whole time, but yeah, there's never been like a season where he settled down and wasn't going to party anymore. Like every season it's the same old fight between them. So
Mm,
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not her fault. Who knows what he's telling her behind the scenes, but she can't be too shocked. Yeah, they got married 2021. So
okay.
it's been 4 years. But I can just imagine and they started dating in 2015. So they've been together for 10 years. And I feel like she's just been waiting him out. So him getting this DJ job, I hope she realizes there is no waiting him out. This is
Yeah.
him. So if this is what you want to deal with, but how are you going to have kids with someone like that? And
Because
eventually,
then you start thinking, oh, well, the kids will change him because he needs to be home with them or up early with them. And it's like, no, girl, he ain't changing.
no. No, this is what he like, and you can see like this is his passion, going to the bars, and like every time on Summer House, it's like 3 a.m. and there's Kyle Blackout in the kitchen. He like eats a bunch of food and passes out in a chair. So it's not even like he's just having a couple of drinks and whatever. He gets like blackout all the time. So
Does he have a problem?
it seems that way, just from what I mean. I think what saves him is that he does appear to be a very happy drunk. So like most of the time. There is some fights, but usually even if Amanda's nagging to him when he's drunk, well not nagging, but she's like trying to come at him when he's drunk, he doesn't he's usually just silly, happy, eats, falls asleep. So that probably saves him because I feel like if he was one of those people that gets like in a rage when they're drunk, he would have had a lot more fights. But in the trailer, he does have a fight with his friend Carl. So maybe that's changing. I don't know. Or maybe we just don't
Mm,
see those like rages, but
yeah.
not something you want to deal with in a marriage. So we'll see how that goes when it comes out February 3rd. So if you're going to watch, let us know. I think it would be a good one to cover just because I think they're going to get a divorce. So,
Okay. All right. I'm into it. Okay. I'm down.
and they have a spinoff too, which is interesting because if they are getting a divorce, they're on a new show together. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess it would show all the fallout. It's called like The City, I think. So
Okay.
they said at BravoCon they had just wrapped the day BravoCon started. So it's going to be Lindsay Hubbard, Kyle and Amanda. I can't remember who else. All the
Mm,
older ones because they're kind of aging out of the summer house concept, right? Like
okay.
getting a summer house with your friends in your 40s is not like realistic. They have babies now and married and
Yeah.
realistic for Kyle, but not for anyone else. So
Yeah. Realistic for Kyle, but not anyone else.
yes, he's still living that 20s life. So anyway, that's what's happening in Summer House. So Southern Charm. Okay. So, brief history of Southern Charm. So, it's on the 11th season now.
Mm,
So, it all started back with Whitney, who you saw in these episodes. His mom is Miss Patricia. So, he started it with his friends Shep, Whitney, Craig, and then there was this guy named Thomas Ravenel. Have you ever heard of him?
mm-mm.
Shit. Cut that out too. My voice can't be going already. I'll keep this very brief.
Okay.
Um, okay, so basically he was a lot older than the cast. Like he's 62 right now. So if this started 10 years ago, he was like 52. He was like the treasurer. Okay, remember White Lotus? Did you
Yeah.
watch White Lotus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this family, the main dad on this was based off of Thomas. He got his accent from the Southern Charm show. So is
Okay.
it North Carolina or South Carolina?
I think it's South Carolina, but I don't know.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I'm like
don't know. Don't quote me.
Charleston.
Yeah.
Charleston is South Carolina, right? I'm not American, so
Yeah, I think that's South
that's my
Carolina.
excuse. Okay. Yeah, so he was like the treasurer of the state or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got charged with like cocaine distribution.
Oh.
But yes, this was way back in like 2007 or something, a long, long time ago. Went to jail for 10 months, lost that job, but got hired by the show. So he was like the main character for the first few seasons. There was this girl, Catherine, that's 30 years younger than him.
Mm.
They had kids together, and it's really sad. She's had a lot of run-ins with the law. She's had a DUI. She's been to rehab. So a lot of people didn't like this relationship. It felt very weird, right? He's 30 years older. He took away custody of her kids, or like the courts did, because of her substance abuse issues. So
Mm.
she's not on the show anymore. Yeah, just watching the season, I'm like, damn, it's gone through a lot, because half the people that started it are not there anymore. He ended up getting fired because of sexual assault allegations. Yes,
Ooh,
which
okay.
he did plead guilty to in 2018. So it was third degree assault and battery. And instead of serving time, he could pay a $500 fine, according to online documents. So I didn't know that was an option. I kind of thought you had to go to jail.
Yeah, like $500. Like, yeah, take it. Like,
Right.
what the hell?
Yeah, I feel like if they give that option to everybody, that's what they would do.
They
So
don't give it to everybody.
no, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I feel like his position of power, or his previous position, helped a lot in that. But he also spoke on these cocaine charges and said he never was distributing it for money. He's like, if you bought like a 6-pack of beer and gave your friends some beer, is that distribution, right? So I guess he had cocaine that he shared with friends. So apparently you can get charged for distribution, which that is distributing, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah.
whether you're getting paid or not. So anyway, that was that scandal. He did have a season in like season 5 where he had a girlfriend who was a real hot mess. Her name was Ashley, and she was a disaster. She called Catherine, the mom of his kids, an egg donor. She was very hated by everyone. She only lasted 1 season. So they're all gone now. Craig has been there since the start. So Craig is the one guy you thought was cute at BravoCon. Remember Craig?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. I remember
So
Craig.
yeah, he said he was a lawyer when the show started. Then it came out that he like never took the bar, so he lied. He's a bit of a lying problem a lot, but
That's
he
a
has
very
since.
massive lie.
Yeah. Yes. So he has a lying problem.
Mm.
The
Most men do, though. So
True, it comes naturally. He's had a dramatic history. Like every season, it's like Craig gets crazy and drunk. Craig's gonna quit drinking. Now Craig's drinking again. So this new season, season 11, obviously, if you know about him and Paige's relationship, they broke up last December. So this film, like, I want to say like 6 months after their breakup. So a lot
okay.
of the season is about Craig being single now, and
Mm-hmm.
Austin is not single. That's like his little partner in crime. He has a girlfriend, but he's telling Craig this whole time, I'm so jealous that you're single. I want to be able to make out with girls too. So,
Bye.
yeah.
Go be single, bro. Like, the fuck.
Thankfully, they've since broken up. So
Okay.
this season, we're going to see Austin and Audrey in this relationship. When I went to BravoCon in 2023, my friend tried to give Austin her number, and he said he was in a relationship. So that's when he was freshly with Audrey. So he was, I think, because Craig was tied down with Paige, he didn't have these friends, these guys going out with him. He was like trying. And then
Okay.
now that Craig's single, he's like, fuck it, I don't want this girlfriend anymore. So that's why we're seeing Craig, Shep, and Austin all single, which hasn't happened for a long time. So,
Okay. So we
and
should
they're,
get some fuckery then.
yes. And yeah, they're all, I don't think Craig is 40 yet. I think he's close though. And so they're
Okay.
all like 40 plus.
Okay.
So the Peter Pan syndrome has returned. It's funny how it starts a certain way 10 years ago, and now they're just all in the same place they were 10 years ago. So this is some patterns they can't break. So yeah, basically, I feel bad for Audrey having to watch this. Also, remember when we asked Shep about Madison and Austin? They had a
Mhm.
very toxic relationship, but it was one of those, those toxic relationships where you're just like obsessed with the person, even
Yeah.
though it's a disaster. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. We've been there
And you,
before.
yeah, it's like that. They had that chemistry and that passion that we haven't seen Austin have with anyone else. So when I asked Shep, like, is she the one that got away for Austin? He was like, no, like, didn't you see their relationship? It was so toxic. It was so bad. But it's like, Shep, that's what people get addicted to. I feel like he has never had a girl like Madison. You know how Shep said, well, I'm giving away the whole interview, but he
Yeah.
said what he's looking for in a woman. And it sounds to me like someone like Madison, like someone that's not going to let you get away with shit, and someone that's going to hold your feet to the fire. So
Yeah.
I think that's what Austin needed. There was a part, I can't remember what season, but Austin was caught in bed with some girls. It was all Madison like broke the door down, like screaming. It was recorded. So that's the level of toxic that they were. So
Did she beat anybody up?
I don't think so, but she did like bust the door down. So, but she's tough. So
Okay.
yeah, and now they're friends. So this is the funny part to me. Madison went on to get married to someone else. Her man is very handsome. Like he really blows Austin out of the water. I don't know if you'll agree, but I'll show you a picture. So she's got this hot man. I think he's like a firefighter or something. They
Mhm.
have a baby now. They have quite a life together. And her and Austin are like buddies now. They like go out to dinners alone. They hang out alone. Weird, right? Mhm.
Absolutely fucking not.
Which I'm sure they pass off as like they're on the show, right? So they have to have this friendship because they need, like, Madison isn't that close with a lot of the other people. So she kind of needs this like connection, but it's weird,
Do they
right?
only do
Because
it during filming or they do it not during filming too?
that's a good question. I'm not sure. But when they are doing it filming, like the banter between them, the chemistry, it's all still there. They're like very, very close. You could tell. Like I don't feel
Mm.
like it's just like we have to do this for the camera. Like they have a very natural chemistry. So I can only find their wedding photo, but do you think he looks good or no? He's pretty cute, right?
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid.
Compared to Austin, who Madison has called Muppet Mouth because
Not Muppet mouth. Well, you clearly like that Muppet mouth, so I don't want to hear it.
I was gonna say he gets all the ladies, so no shade to Austin. Like he's a cute guy too. This one, if you don't remember which one Austin was,
Oh, yeah.
he's just not to the level of Madison's husband, right? Like he
Yeah, he's
upgraded.
yeah.
So, but he gets all the girls obsessed with him too. So I don't know what it is about. I told you going to BravoCon, everyone's obsessed with these Southern Charm boys, and yes, apparently we didn't see it ourselves, but apparently they were chasing Craig like he was the Beatles, like just screaming and running after him. So I'm sad that Shep didn't give us that tea. We did ask, did they hook up with anyone at BravoCon? And he wouldn't tell us, but we
Yeah.
tried. So
Yeah.
he didn't
Yeah.
say no. So I feel like there was definitely some hookups going on.
For
But
sure. Absolutely.
yeah, that's basically what's going on Southern Charm. So I would say, like, if you guys want us to cover it, we will. But they're already on episode 4 now, so I feel like we missed the boat. But let us know about Summer House. We will do that if you want. So
Yeah.
should we
Yeah.
get into this week's Potomac now?
Yes.
What's
Potomac
so
is
funny?
I'm just saying
So good,
Potomac
right?
is yeah, it's just
Hilarious.
chef's kiss.
I know. I like it. What are you thinking about Stacey? Has your mind changed? Do you still love her? What's your vibe on Stacey now?
My vibe on Stacey is she's hard not to like. Like, is she full of
Toodle doo.
shit? Yes. Like, is she full of shit? Yes. Is she a liar? Yes. Like, does she jump around questions? Absolutely. But I think she just has so many funny one-liners, and I think she's just like the show is just kind of built around her and her drama
Mm.
that I like her. I like
Uh-huh.
her. Like,
It's hard because she's not really like I said, her crimes are victimless. She's lying about her own life all the time, and I see how that could be annoying, but it's also like they just kind of have to let it go. They're making such a big deal out of it, except for the Wendy business stuff. Like, what's your thoughts on? Because that's how the episode started. It started with Stacey saying Wendy's not invited to her event because they're in the same industry and feeling like there is a lot of similarities between these businesses. So do you think she's copying Wendy?
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I think that that's the right. I mean, I think they showed flashbacks of Stacey copying Ashley, and now Wendy's saying she's reaching out to her stylist. I think Ashley and Stacey had on the same wig at the Shio event. It does seem like Stacey is copying Wendy, and the two of them are my two favorite characters on the show right now. So
Hmm.
I with her being so close to Wendy and then telling her she can't come to her event, I would have been a little bit I would have been offended because it's like you
Yeah.
have a line of gummies versus like Happy Eddie has like 27, 28 products. There really is no comparison. There really is no conflict of interest. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? You know, but I do think she's copying her. She picked a Nigerian name that means happy, and Wendy's husband's line is Happy Eddie, you know?
Yeah.
So, and she keeps saying how long it took her to build this business and how it's always been a dream of hers. And it's like, production's definitely being shady by saying 90 days ago, 30 days ago. You know what I mean? Like they're just
Mhm.
showing us that no, this was a thought and idea in your mind that came up. And 3 months later, you've teamed up with some partner to produce it. And you see when production asked her outright, do you own Shio? She didn't answer it. She said, oh, my partner this, my partner that. I can't fail. They're going to be successful. They're so great. She never said yes or no. She does not own Shio.
Uh-huh. I know, Tamara and Teddy interviewed Stacey at BravoCon, so I listened to their episodes, and they said it was crazy. In the interview, I haven't listened to the interview, but they said she didn't answer a single question. They'd ask a question, but she's like, they said they got to the end of the interview, and they're like, she didn't answer
She
anything. She has like
skipped
this whole
around every
thing
she's
about
yes,
her.
she
Yeah.
skipped around everything, like to where you say everything but the answer. Like and that's
Mm.
called media training or whatever. Like she's just yeah, when the
Well, she was,
production said, "Do you own it?" She literally said, I'm partnered with so and so and so and so, and they're great at this and they're great at this. And there's no way that I could fail at this because everybody's so amazing. And it's like,
mhm.
that wasn't the fucking question at all.
No, and she was a pageant girl, I think, and then she did QVC, so I think she does have training in all of this. So
Yeah.
yeah, she just keeps lying. So I get it. I don't want to say like why do they care if she's lying? It is annoying. So I
It is. It
understand,
is
but
annoying. It's annoying, but I think it's like you said before, when they're pounding on her and hounding up on her, it just makes people like Stacey more because nobody
yeah.
likes to see somebody get dogpiled on. You know, especially when, like you said, her lies are so minuscule, but I can see how that could be really annoying in a friend group. Is it you have somebody that's always copying you to the levels of like your hair, your fashion, your business, like, you know,
Mhm.
they're not being honest about their life, but you're being honest about your life and then they're mimicking it. Like I could see how that could be really frustrating.
Yeah. There was some poll I think up on Bravo TV, and people are like liking Stacy and not liking Ashley, which I think Ashley's one of my favorites too. Are you not liking her either?
I like Ashley. I feel like I
Yeah.
like Ashley. And I know that people are not liking Tia either because they like Stacy, but I enjoyed Tia and I
Mhm.
like Ashley too. Ashley's just trying to call Stacy out on her bullshit. And I think there's a time and a place, like obviously don't do it at someone's event, you
Yeah.
know. But Tia too, the only really mix up that she has with Stacy is the lying, is you full on caught her in a lie about her husband. It's like, and that's something you don't have to lie about, right? If you don't want to make the dinner, if you
Mhm.
can't come to the dinner, just say it. And
Yeah.
we hear Stacy again in this episode lie right to her face, and Tia's like, no, that's not what happened. And now Stacy's doubling down that like, oh, he said he was or whatever. Like she's like, you said he was coming into town when he had just
Mhm.
told me he was going out of town. And she's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he was just coming in. But yeah, but the lie was that he had said the day before that he was going out. So he can't
Yeah.
be going out one day and coming in the next day unless it was a very, very, very quick trip.
Yeah. Yeah, very quick. Speaking of Ashley, we see her and Josh, and she just basically like dumps him on camera, I guess. So
Yep, dumps him on camera.
I think she's smart. Like he obviously is not to the level financially to keep up with her, and he's good for fun and like hanging out with, but I don't think she wants to be serious with him. But a little harsh to do on camera, or do you think she gave him a heads up?
I think she probably gave him a heads up, but I never took them to be anything serious. Like I
No.
thought it was very obvious to both of them that this was just for fun. This was just for shits and giggles. Like
Mhm.
not like we're trying to build something and be together. And then they're like talking about marriage and kids and how they haven't gone on a trip and it's been a year.
Mhm.
I thought it was like a very casual thing. But I see from Ashley's standpoint of like, okay, well, we really don't have any future, and like, I don't want to continue wasting my time.
Yeah, I think that's smart. He's younger, he probably wants to have kids, and I don't know, maybe she still does want kids, she's still pretty young, but when I think her kids are getting to be, like, 5, 6, that age now, it'd be hard to start all over again, so,
Yeah.
I think smart to end that if you don't see it seriously because she probably could be dating people more like, there's a chance of having a future, so she's
Yeah, and
wasting all
she's
her time with Josh.
and then she's like saying like, "Oh, my dates with Josh are like the arcade," and versus is like, "I have guys that like have private jets." Like obviously her ex was very, very wealthy, and so she's used to dating older, very, very
Yes.
wealthy men. So you're definitely getting a different dynamic. But and it is hard to like kind of open yourself up and like date other people when you're emotionally tied to somebody else, which is what I think
Yes.
is happening with Josh.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it was a good change for her at first because her ex was older and had all the money, but there wasn't that good connection anymore,
Yeah.
so so she wanted just the connection, but now I think the reality is setting in that he's probably not gonna be good long term, so
Yeah.
then we see Monique and Giselle, so like I said, I didn't watch the last couple seasons, so I guess they've had beef, Monique and Giselle, it sounds like, and now I think Giselle was shocked by Monique's, like, openness, she said she did self-reflection, and when they showed that flashback of the fight with Candace and the hair, and it
Yeah.
is such a different Monique that we're
Yeah,
seeing. It's like a whole new
100%.
person.
100%. I think that she's one person that, like, you hear people say all the time, like, oh, I've done self reflection and I've done the work and I've done this and I've done that. I feel like you could really, really see it in her. And it sucks to say that, like, it's to the point of like, annoyance. Like, I'm
Boring, yeah.
annoyed, like, boring. Like, I want to see some mess and drama. She's just not in that space anymore. Like, she really does seem so level headed and not pointing the finger at anybody, like literally just like internally reflecting to say, I did this, this is where I went wrong. Like, like I could have handled this way and this way. It's like, what do you can't even say nothing to nobody. Like she said, like I'm a completely different person now. And I think it really, really shows.
Yeah, she's too healed for reality
She's too
TV, I feel
fucking
like.
healed. Like she's healed as fuck. Like,
Yeah. She's way too mature, she's way too, like, self-reflecting, she's done too much therapy. We need
yeah,
unhealed
good for
people.
her though. But like, damn, yeah, it's not going to be good for the show. I mean, I don't see, I don't know. I don't see that. I don't see like that lasting very long. Like maybe a season or two, but like,
Mhm.
eh,
She's gonna have to get messy again
she's
if
going to have to get messy, which is not worth. Like a reality TV show is not worth your peace and your mental health and like the growth that you've
mhm,
accomplished for yourself because it really is a beautiful thing to see. Like to see the flashbacks and to see how she is now and to, see people trying to poke the bear, trying to upset her, trying to like get her to go off about something and just see how she handles it to look at it
mhm,
from every angle before she reacts. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like people want her to be so mad at Stacy, but she is able to look at it from all angles and think of different theories of why it couldn't be Stacy, where most people would, want a person to point the finger at.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
like you said, she's too healed.
yes. Well, maybe because she did leave the show, I think right after that whole physical fight happened, and she left in such a bad place. So maybe they just agreed to have her back, just show how much she's grown and that she's in a better place. And they're like, we have enough messy people. She can just kind of be that one, not boring, but the person that's not here to stir the pot. But I agree. I don't know how long you could be on the show as that person without getting in the mess. Otherwise, it's just like we have other stories we want to see. So see what happens with her. But she was at BravoCon. I felt like she was like a part of the cast again. Like it seems like a long term decision, but
Yeah, we'll
it's
see.
nice to see, but not dramatic really. But then we see Ashley and her half sister, I guess,
Her
that
half
she was
sister. Yeah. Hmm.
very sad. I felt bad for her sister. I mean, obviously she knows she's on camera and she agreed to that, but I sort of felt like it's not a comfortable place. Like she didn't want to talk about this stuff on camera, but she
100%.
did, but it
100%.
was just hard to see Ashley so comfortable with the cameras talking and knowing that she's gonna open up about a serious thing with her dad's addiction, and we could tell she was just trying to not cry and keep it, calm, and then she couldn't help it, so I felt bad for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's
Mhm.
always hard for people who are not used to the cameras being around. Like I can imagine that being so awkward. Like where to
Mhm.
Ashley, she's been on the show for so long that it's like it's normal. Like it's like you don't even see them. So it's like
Yeah.
you really are having this heartfelt moment because you don't even see them where the other person's like looking in the corner
Yeah.
at the producer with the mic in her face and it's like, never mind, I don't want to talk about this, you know?
Yeah, it was hard to watch, but I hope that she was, like, wanting to do that. I mean, I don't think Ashley would, like, force her to do something she didn't want to do, but
Right.
I hope she's, like, not. I feel like people appreciated seeing that story and hearing more about it, so,
Yeah.
um, Timo didn't go to Stacy's event. Is that weird, or he's just that against the cameras?
I
But
think he's against the cameras. I'm not sure about where they stand in a relationship. And honestly, I who even knows about the seriousness of this business? I think it's
mhm,
starting to kind of seem like she's just the face of it, maybe, but it's like other people behind it, and to where he's like,
mhm,
he
yeah.
doesn't seem like the most supportive man. So, or if they're
No.
even really together, like what is even happening?
That's what I'm wondering, like, between Stacey's paid for man last season and now this, divorce, not divorce, like, I definitely see how the cast is like, "What is the truth here? What's going on?" Because something's fishy for sure, so
Yeah, yeah.
and
Like
then
if it was
Wendy.
as big of a deal as they say, like she would, he would be at this event. This would be
Yeah,
very important, you know?
and usually they don't allow that, like I said, if you're especially is Stacey not a friend of? She's like a full cast member, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But, yeah, usually you kinda have to have your spouses and kids film. I guess he is filming a lot, just not with the group, so maybe that's why it's fine, but, Wendy didn't know her own PIN number. Was that weird to you?
it
I use mine a
wasn't.
lot every day, so I'm like, well, we have, like, the tap. You guys have that?
Yeah, yeah. We have
Okay.
tap, and I use my phone to pay for everything, so I rarely put in my pin.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, so maybe that's what Wendy does.
Yeah,
She must
I
use her
use my
phone.
phone all the time.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I
so
don't even
easy.
know. See,
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
show you.
dinosaur. Okay.
Yeah, it's so easy. You'll never use your card again. I don't even know where my card's at, to be honest.
But is it like your phone it's not your credit card though, right? Because I do everything on a credit card for the travel
You
points and
can,
stuff.
so you can literally add your credit card. You could add your debit card,
Any
your
card.
credit card, any card to your Apple Wallet, and then when it's time to pay, you literally the card is on your phone, and you boop
Uh-huh.
boop
And that's what everybody's doing.
boop. You don't need to take
And
your purse. You don't need to take your card. You don't need to put in a pin. You just
alright, I gotta get
so
with the
just how
time.
you tap your card, beep beep. You just tap your phone because your card is on your phone.
That's crazy. And now they're putting car keys on your phone too, right? So it's like
Yeah,
you just need your phone now.
yeah. When you lose
I
this
guess you don't
bitch,
have
then
to
you're really fucked,
I was
though.
gonna say, I guess you don't have to worry about someone stealing your phone because they can't get into your phone anyway, so
Yeah,
they can't get your bank card that way.
yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. That's probably what Wendy does then. Because I was
yeah.
like, that was weird. I thought maybe she has, like, an assistant that does all her shopping or something. So
No, yeah, she probably just taps.
okay, that makes sense. Um, then we see Tia and Stacy's well, no, before that, we see Stacy and Ashley get into it, which was so funny with their, like,
Oh.
no lies, no negativity. They're, like, yelling at each other. I was laughing so hard. It's
Yeah, it
so
was funny. It was funny because it's like, and I don't know why. I don't know because it seems like Ashley doesn't really like Stacy. She's like her frenemy, but she still comes around as opposed to like Giselle didn't even
mhm,
show up to Stacy's thing because it's like, I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. Same with Kiarna. Surprised
mhm.
that Stacy would even invite Kiarna. Kiarna's a pain in the ass. Didn't we see her go engagement ring shopping?
Oh, yeah, I
Right?
skipped that part.
Yeah, we saw her
We saw
and
Angel.
Angel fucking grinds my gears. I can't stand the sight of her
I
on my TV. She's a
agree.
fucking Debbie Downer. I even when she's being positive, I'm like, eh. You know,
I
she
agree.
just grinds my gears. But yeah, we saw Greg with her mom and going $100,000, $200,000 rings is so ridiculous to me.
Crazy.
That's a
Mhm.
condo. Buy my condo. Like, don't.
Yeah. Especially with all the robberies happening with all these Bravo stars, it's like I wouldn't be advertising that that's how much the ring on my finger is. I guess people can guess, but did he actually buy it or were they just looking?
They were just looking.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
he
if
didn't. He didn't
that's
actually buy it.
no. I like everybody on the cast except Kiana and Angel. I could do without them. I'm not really interested in seeing her engagement. I don't know.
Well,
It's
we're
like
gonna see something happen with Angel next week, where she had to up and be out of her house in 4 days, and that does. She's sitting there going, I don't know," because we haven't seen the episode yet. But it's like, I don't know. I can't believe we have to go back to Colorado. You're gonna have to rush and go back to Colorado because something happened. You don't just get kicked out of your house for no reason.
no.
So
I wonder if it's filming or something, but I don't know if they have rules. I know like some apartments and stuff they can't film at, but I think if it's your own house, but maybe they rent and they can't film at a rental.
I don't know. We'll see, but we'll find out next week. But yeah, I just thought that scene was ridiculous. Like, her mom encouraging him to get these expensive houses. I don't know what Greg does or what kind of money he has, but
Mhm.
and get the condo as like a wedding gift. I mean, all women deserve a beautiful ring, and if he's got it like that, he's got it like that, you know? But
Yeah.
if it's either or, it's like, give me the condo and
Yeah, I agree.
opt for a smaller ring, you know?
I agree. And I don't know, like I didn't see last season with whatever happened between them. So it's like, are they good? Is he a good guy? He does seem good. Like I think the problem was he didn't want to film last season, so he came across not very nice. But this season, I feel like does seem like a good partner, but
Yeah.
I
I
haven't
mean, I
really
don't
seen
think we're
enough to know.
seeing, yeah, exactly. I was just about to say we haven't seen too much, and I don't know the lore of last season, so we'll see.
Okay, I just looked up his job. So
Hmm.
he owns a mental health practice that offers psychiatric medication services in addition to therapy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he owns the center. So I don't think he's like a doctor or anything. Or do you have to be a doctor to? Oh, apparently he's a social worker with 3 kids.
Oh, okay.
But the center must bring in a lot then to be
Yeah.
looking at rings like that.
And buying condos. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Well, yeah. Medical anything, I guess, is a lucrative position. So.
Hmm.
But going to Stacy and Tia, that was the final scene, their fight. I don't know. Like, I like Tia. I don't feel like she was trying to get a moment. I feel like Stacy was exasperating her and it was legit. But what do you think?
I agree. I think like Tia has a reason to be upset. Like, she has a
Hmm.
reason to be caught off guard from Stacy, because people literally warned her in the group that she lies and makes stuff up, and then
Hmm.
that's exactly what happened to Tia. And she's just trying to understand why she did that, or get her to at least admit that she did that, you know? And I feel like they could have come to a common ground had all the other girls not been around. I think that sometimes that adds fuel to the fire, because they seemingly were having an okay conversation. Then you guys start talking over each other. Then you guys start throwing insults. And then it gets crazy to the point where we're not even listening to each other. We're just trying to get our shit off. So
Hmm.
I think that's what happened. I don't think Tia's wrong. Like, Stacy did lie. And like, she's just trying to figure out why she did that. And like, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. But I
No, I
mean,
mean,
I don't know. Somebody cursed first, and then it was like, toodle do, get the fuck out of here. So,
yeah, I mean, they're on this show to call out when someone else does something wrong, right? So to not call out Stacey's lies, that would be impossible. They have to do it. So I think Tia started with the swearing first, and so
yeah.
that set Stacey off. Is toodle do a word, or did she mean toodaloo? I've never heard of toodle do.
I think she meant toodaloo. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Toodaloo.
Yeah, I'm like close, so close, Stacey. But
Toodle
yeah,
do. But I think
yeah,
toodle do is the word too. Toodle dee, toodle do.
twiddle. Yeah, I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
heard toodle do.
she's so funny though. And then
Yeah,
she's
I
like, "Do
think.
you guys want any fruit?" Refreshment.
Oh, okay. So toodaloo
Toodaloo, yeah.
is a British goodbye or farewell. So I see what Stacey was doing there, because
A
Tia,
toodle-doo!
that's smart. She's like, that's a good, I mean, it wasn't an insult, but that was like very good timing to use it. Because I was like, where did this come from, Toodaloo? What the hell does that mean? Like, why is she using it? 'Cause Tia's British, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard not to like Stacey.
Stacey's quick. And I thought the scene with her friend where her friend was like telling her, stand up to them, don't let them like punk you, like let that Detroit out. And then the next scene he's like,
Yeah.
she's just going off of them. And that's the thing, Stacey doesn't let them walk all over her. She's definitely not no punk bitch. Like, she will stand up to these ladies regardless, you know? So,
Mhm.
but when she's like, I'm not confrontational, I'm like, I think in the beginning scenes, like when we seen them like meet at Giselle's house, we saw them like piling on Stacey, and she wasn't sticking up for herself. But as
Mhm.
as the episodes go on, she definitely sticks up for herself.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't
Yeah.
sit there quiet when they're dumping on her. So
No, and this whole pile on, gang up could be really bad and dark and not fun to watch, because they are all going after her. But the fact that she holds her own and makes it funny with her little comebacks, like, it is entertaining. We still feel bad for her, but she's holding her own well, which I think some people, like, if they all piled on like Angel like that or something, like, it would just
she
not
would
be a good
fucking
time.
cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't, yeah, like you can't, right? So it is like
No.
Stacey has a fucking backbone and she be handing their ass to them. So it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what angle she gets it from. It's like boom, boom, boom. But like she's got something for everybody. So it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I'm excited. Well, I was gonna say I'm excited for next week, but I don't know. I could do without even any storyline about Angel. I don't even need to see her, but we'll find out why she got evicted or
And
not
she's going to
evicted.
lie about it. So whatever, you know.
Yeah, I don't trust what she says, but yeah, I'm enjoying this one. So stay tuned. We do have our interview with Shep coming up next, talking about the season of Southern Charm. We'll have our Love Is Blind Italy next recap out soon, and Salt Lake City. Did you watch Salt Lake City yet?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
Okay, the like start of it, Bronwyn is wearing a shirt. I think it says "slut for deviled eggs," so it just made me laugh. We need to get a shirt like that.
Oh, that's so funny.
We mentioned when we went to Vegas, we ate a lot of deviled eggs. I don't know why, they just kept popping up
It kept
everywhere we
popping
went.
up.
So. But yeah, we'll have Salt Lake City and Vanderpump Rules. We have a couple other fun interviews coming this week, so stay tuned. Any final thoughts?
Nope. Stay
Yeah.
tuned
Okay.
for
Well,
Shep, guys.
yes. Stay tuned for Shep, and thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for being here. As you can see, we have a very special guest today. We get to chat with Shep Rose from Southern Charm, which we're so excited about. So thanks for being here with us, Shep.
My pleasure.
Yes, so last season on Southern Charm, we saw a very different Shep. We saw like a lovesick Shep, which we weren't used to seeing, but in the episodes this season so far, it looks like more of a return to the Shep that we're used to. We've got the single guys having fun. So is it going to keep going that way, or is lovesick Shep going to return at some point?
No, I mean, better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all.
Yes, I
Um,
agree.
so I'm a big supporter of love, a fan of love, but it doesn't happen every day, does it? It's a difficult thing to find in another person, and vice versa, because you both presumably should feel the same way about one another, and that's not an easy thing to accomplish in this world.
No,
But
it's
I
rare.
am single this season, but I'm it's a really good season. I really believe that. I know that to be true. A lot of things are addressed, a lot of like things that maybe were repressed are coming out into the light, and that's good. Honestly, I think it's healthy. It's crazy. It's the show can be like a therapy session sometimes.
Yeah.
Watching yourself back could be all the therapy that you need sometimes, you know.
No, I mean, I think by that I mean you're thrown into the mix with your friends, and it's sort of like, okay, how do you really feel about me? And you got to say that. And normally in real life, or in most of your relationships in life, you probably just don't want to bother with conflict, but that's kind of what we're doing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of the new season, what are you looking forward to fans seeing? Like what tea can you give us that's like so different from other seasons?
Well, you've seen the trailer, I suppose. Is that,
Mhm.
and then
Yes.
the first two episodes, or
Yeah.
three?
Yeah.
Is it three?
3.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like the episode tonight's really good. You're really gonna like it. I mean, and I'm a fan of the show,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah.
So, and I only know about the scene that, the filming that I was doing. So I'm like,
Right.
oh wow, I didn't realize they said that to one another. So, it's pretty spicy, and I bought a house, so that's sort of my little
Yeah.
storyline. Not very
Congrats.
spicy in and of itself, but I'm just trying to yeah, do a little bit of adulting if I possibly can.
Heck
Yes.
yeah. We love that.
Yeah. I was gonna say one of my favorite parts so far is watching you buy a gift for Madison's baby shower. So there's quite a juxtaposition going on in the friend group. Like Madison's having her baby, and then Austin's trying to get out of his relationship like it's a prison. So are you sort of leaning more towards the Madison way of life right now? Like you've bought the house, settling
Yeah,
down. Yeah, she's
100%. Like, and again, but you can't rush these things, but I'm very much in that mindset, and I think it'd be
mhm,
good for me on a lot of levels. And like a sort of a new reality, a new challenge, so to speak.
mhm.
And so yeah, I'm very much interested in that. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a slipshod decision.
No.
Right.
We're always telling our listeners that there is no rush in life. But you said you're maturing at a glacial pace, and I relate to that because I feel much younger than I am, and so I don't think there's anything wrong with doing things on your own timeline. But speaking of Madison, just out of curiosity, like, do you feel like she's the one that got away for Austin? Because I sort of feel like he always measures up his relationships to Madison, and that's why he can't really make another one work. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, why don't you go back and watch that season they were dating,
Yeah, true, true.
and let
It
me
was a
know if
mess.
you think they were the perfect match, because
It was
I
toxic,
it
yes.
was pretty toxic, yeah, and I love them separately for different reasons, right? But
Yes,
like, I thought they were uh
a hot
they
mess.
loved, they read all the comments, and they were just like too, and I don't know, maybe like too they're way better off as friends, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to see them as friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do enjoy their friendship. It's much better place for them, I
Yeah.
think.
Um, so, Shep, I have to ask you because we know that Craig loves his Chat GPT. I love my Chat GPT too. What are your thoughts on Chat GPT
I've
as
never
a
used it.
whole?
I've never used it. I
You
don't.
Okay.
I'm always the last one to the party on these sort of things. So I don't know. My brother-in-law really likes it because he's in real estate, and he'll like ask the machine to do
Yeah.
like a market report, and in 2 seconds it's there. He's like, that would have taken me a week,
Oh,
to,
wow.
to crunch all the numbers. I'm like, wow, that's some pretty valuable stuff, and I'm scared of it. I don't like where this is all going at all. Um,
No.
because funny enough, Austin texted me yesterday, and Craig's on the text chain, and he was like, "Hey, this is that girl that you commented on. Who she was like, it was a mug shot," and I was like, "Whoa, who's that?"
Oh,
And I was like, "Yeah, she's pretty attractive." He goes, "That was AI generated. Her picture." I was like, "Huh? So it's not a real person."
no,
And I
it's
can't imagine, like now, nothing's verifiable.
That's true.
It's very dangerous. Like we're not
Yeah.
it
gonna
is.
know what's real. If somebody does something bad, you're gonna be like, oh, that wasn't me. Like
Yep.
the Shaggy song.
Yep.
It's true.
Wasn't me. Like I saw you with my own eyes. It was
Yeah.
AI. But I have seen some TikToks where I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe that happened. And then you read the comments like this is AI. And I'm
I
like, I
know.
had no idea. I
I
had no
know.
idea. So it's
Yeah.
spooky. It's
Or like
spooky.
a deer, like a moose running through a living room. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, is that? And of course,
Yeah,
it's not real.
that's literally what I saw. It was like a cougar like storming
Yeah,
through, and I was like, and he like jumps up and reacts, and I'm like, and they're
right,
like, oh, this is AI. I'm like,
right,
oh, all
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
yeah.
I
Interesting.
feel better now because I was like, I always prided myself as being someone who could tell the difference, but I feel like lately it's getting harder and harder. And I've never used the Chat GPT either. Ricky's always trying to get me on it, so I feel better knowing I'm not the last one. So
I use
both
it
of
for
us. So.
simple things,
It
simple
sounds
things.
amazing. So, speaking of things on the internet, Taylor, your ex, recently had a little comment section war with Sally. Do you feel like this is her ploy trying to get back into the mix, trying to get on the show? And would you welcome her back, or do you think you guys are doing okay without her?
Oh, I don't. That's a good question. I haven't even considered that she's
No.
trying to. She's just she defends herself, and I don't know. I have so much love for her and her family. I feel like sometimes she lets things get to her more than they should, and we're all
Hmm.
guilty of that at times.
Yeah.
And I think you just got to let go of whatever beef you have with Sally, and I wish that for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Shep, we are a tea podcast. We're all about the tea. So now that you,
I hate tea.
I
I know.
hate tea. You're like,
You're
I'm
the
I
a
don't like
enemy.
coffee
iced tea. I
person.
like hot tea. I like hot sometimes.
We
There's like a
like
little
hot.
honey in it, and like it's good for your sore throat.
I love hot
Well,
tea.
I prefer coffee, but you, Austin, and Craig are all single now. So we need the tea on the single boys. Like, are there any hookups? Were there any hookups at BravoCon? Like, are you guys like reeling in the ladies? Like, give us the tea.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna speak for those guys. They'll grill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dating. For sure, and kind of excited about a couple prospects or whatever, but it's complicated. I'm traveling so much. The house that I got on this new season is about to be renovated, so it's going to be torn all apart. So my nomadic lifestyle continues, which I kind of like, honestly. So that makes it a little difficult. And then I feel like Charleston, there's not probably not anybody. I probably met everybody that I could hope
Yeah.
to meet in Charleston, and that's fine because I love Charleston. But
Yeah.
maybe some of this traveling will produce, yeah, something special.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we would like to see that
Yeah, I
maybe
need
next
someone to keep
season.
me honest, okay? I need someone to crack the whip.
Yes, somebody that can put your feet to the fire and to enjoy that
Yeah,
beautiful house
I
with
want some
you.
grief. Give me some grief.
Yes, keep you on your toes. Well, the reunion's obviously still quite a ways off, but when it does roll around, who are you most looking forward to confronting, talking to? Who are you gonna have the most beef with to settle the score at the reunion?
I don't. I'm gonna be smack dab in the middle of the Austin Craig,
Yes.
just whatever you want to call it, melee.
Uh-huh.
And I have my opinions, of course. But I agree with some of what one of them says, and I agree and I disagree with some of what they're saying, and so I'm sort of stuck in the middle, and I'm not gonna just blindly be support something or someone, because
Hmm.
I think it's important in this life to call balls and strikes. If you're
Yes.
fanatically supporting somebody, that's not good for them, and it certainly isn't good for you either.
Yeah.
No, I think they need that too. And we did see that in the preview for the season. You're in the middle. I think it's like at a dinner and they're both going at it on each side. And
I
so
could
you're
not
like,
believe it. I
yeah,
for once I was speechless. My
yeah.
jaw was on the table. I couldn't believe the things that they were saying to each other.
Okay,
So
well, we're
get ready. Get ready.
we are so excited to watch the rest of the season. So thank you so much for talking to us today.
You
Southern
bet.
Charm is currently streaming on Hey You on Wednesdays, so definitely go check that out. It's an amazing season so far, and we
You're
can't
in
wait to see the
Canada,
rest.
right?
Yes, I'm in
I
Canada.
I was just there.
Oh,
I
love
was
it.
in Saskatchewan.
Oh, see, I live here my whole life. I've never been to Saskatchewan, so you got me beat. I'm out on the West Coast, like Vancouver area. So
Oh,
have
I
you?
would love to go to Vancouver. I'm
It's
dying. I've been to Montreal a couple times and had a
oh,
blast.
beautiful. Vancouver's gorgeous. Whistler, you gotta definitely come and check
Yeah,
that
I
out. You
know.
would have
All
a
right.
blast at Whistler. Maybe you find a nice Canadian girl
Maybe
while you're
World
here.
Cup. Maybe the World Cup. I think they're playing in Vancouver.
They are, yeah. The FIFA is definitely. I think
Oh,
that's soon,
cool.
right? So yeah,
Big ticket.
definitely come check it out. You will
All
have a blast. It's great. A little rainy, but if you don't mind some rain, you'll have a great
right.
time. So, well, thank you so much, and yeah, check out Southern Charm on Hey You, and thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next
Take
time.
care.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
Bye.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Shep.